What is up? What is up? Steady Stepping Podcast, man. We are back today with another lit podcast. We definitely got a special guest in the building today.
Alright.
You in the podcast too?
Yes, now.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? So, I'm going to go ahead and let my man introduce himself to the podcast because a lot of people don't know him, but I know him. Go ahead.
They call me Ace, but my business name, my legal name is Kewan Ezekiel Stinson. I'm the owner of Roofing Stinson Black Roofing Company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you guys know, there's not a lot of black roofing companies out here, is it?
It actually is, but it's not. You'd be surprised, bro. It's very far near.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few words out there, but not reaching that level. It's none on that level. Let me say that. It's none on that level.
What's the level that you're referring to?
$100 million a year.
Ooh.
If you go Google what roofing companies make, they don't put nowhere near that. They make $50,000 a year, the owner.
Mm.
But it's $100 million a year of business.
Really? Wow. Well, hey, he finna be dropping a lot of gems in this video. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. First of all, I met him through Jay. If everybody don't know, you know, I did the first live interview for the podcast. Well, actually, Jay was my second on Instagram, but we haven't did a video broadcast or whatnot. So Ace, what was the purpose for you starting your roofing company?
The purpose was, can I say the name of the company that's my parents over?
Yeah.
Ford Davis. Ford Davis is a roofing company. They are the top elite roofing company out here in Georgia and all over.
Okay.
And my parents had a fire in that house, and the insurance company got a quote to get from the insurance company, which is USAA, $350,000. And my parents, for the fire upstairs, only touched the upstairs part of the house. Okay. My parents got $100,000 for personal items, and they walked away with $250,000. And my parents got their house built from the ground up, and the quality and the materials and everything they put into the house was sufficient. It was the best of the best. And when Ford Davis, and I only got $250,000, where I come from a real estate background, and I hired contractors. So that job that they did, I could have got done for $30,000 with quality material. So for them to get $250,000 and put BS quality back into my parents' house to the point where when you take a shower, the walls, the paint start to peel from the heat. They had bare paint originally, and the paint started to peel from the heat. The sheetrock, they didn't put the quality sheetrock back into the house with the firewall protection sheetrock.
Right.
They put the basic stuff, whereas now in my parents' house, after the fire, you can hear who's in the next room talking.
Wow.
And prior to that, you wasn't able to do that. So they went back with cheap material, and they got top dollar. They got top dollar price. So that way made me, because I'm like, man, these people are living in these houses for 30, 40, 50 years for the rest of your life, and you got contractors coming in and ripping them off. So it's sometimes, for certain people, it's hard to recover over that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I got into this business, to be a blessing to people, and that's what I've been ever since I've been starting. A blessing, straight up.
Big blessing. Hey, and it is very, that's the realistic thing that a lot of people don't really talk about in this industry, about how a lot of people, they get these big insurance checks from these insurance jobs, but they ripping people off. Like, I mean, ripping your whole body apart, because even that story alone is just, it's really disgusting.
It gets deeper than that. That's why I don't storm chase. In this business, a lot of contractors, they storm chase. But you got a lot of contractors. That's why the insurance company used to put the check into the contractor name. They stopped that. Because people storm chasing, they go out here, like say Louisiana, when the New Orleans had that bad old hurricane. And what the people's doing, they'll go there and take their money and never come back. Contractors do that. And it's not a homeowner to do it. So that's why if I'm not established in that particular city, I don't open up shop. I don't go storm chase. I have to have an office, and we have to be established. So anything happens to the homeowner house, after we put the roof up, we can get back to it and repair any damage that was done. Because we're human, and we make mistakes. But that's when we got a warranty to cover you for those mistakes that humans make.
Right.
So it's a little harder if I got to cover my warranty from Georgia if I've been doing jobs in Louisiana or in Texas or Florida. So I just stay local until I can branch out and have an office there. And if they have
In
any
every major
problems,
city.
I can get to them. Exactly.
I like that business model, bro.
Appreciate it.
I like that. I like that. What was the biggest thing for you even wanting to be an entrepreneur, man?
I have high dreams. I'm extravagant. I'm quality. I like nice things. And you can't get nice things working for somebody. So what I did was I tried to switch that mentality of what I'm doing right now. The average roofing company only pay themselves about 10%. I'm giving myself 30%. I want to get out of that mentality of the owner eats everything. I'm gonna get out of that slave mentality of the owner eats everything and the workers get peanuts. So not only I make sure I take care of my workers, my crew, my sales team on this end, but then also what I'm doing is I'm investing in real estate, and I'm investing in real estate out of roofing Stinson funds, and I'm breaking the money down to my sales team that's helping me build my brand. You see what I'm saying? So now I want everybody to become millionaires. And then if you decide later on, after you got all this money, your mind is so creative, you want to go somewhere else and do something else, but go ahead and do it. I don't want to hold nobody back, because I'm asking for people that's great. So if you're great, you ain't going to want to work with me forever, no matter how much money you make. But you know you can always make more. So my thing is to put you in a position to make more. So if you decide to leave me, do it in the right way. Don't burn no bridge, but move on and prosper. And I can accept that, because I want you to grow. Anybody, that's how I am.
But I like that.
Appreciate it.
I definitely like the way you put that.
I appreciate that.
Man, we dropping some gems this interview. Hey, we ain't
even just get started.
We're not even 10 minutes in, man.
Listen, I
we
can go for
already
days.
dropping gems in the interview.
I can go for days with this.
Hey,
I'll tell you.
I see we definitely got to have feedback on
It
the
is everything
podcast.
that I experienced. This ain't nothing I'm telling you from somebody else. See, when you guys level to this shit in life, or when they say they level to this shit, that's a real fucking statement, bro. Because people don't realize when somebody telling me something and they ain't experienced it, and they telling me through somebody else experience, they can't break it down.
But
I can break down everything I'm saying because I literally went through this shit. You see what I'm saying?
for sure.
Let's move forward. Let's go.
For sure. So where we know that you have the roofing company, and now you're dibbling dabbling in real estate. What's one of your goals in the real estate investing that you're doing now?
My goal, my end game in real estate is to own subdivisions. Now, right now, what I'm doing with my sales team, I'm not renting out anything. We're buying door cones, we're rehabbing them, and we're selling them, and we're breaking down the profit. I'll pay the tax on that, don't matter. Now, the end game in the real estate is to own apartment complexes. That's the end game.
That's crazy.
And see, now that I'll hold on to. But individual houses, coming from a real estate background, I made my first million at 20 years old investing in real estate.
Really?
In Jersey City, this when 9/11 happened. And everything in New York crumbled after 9/11, after the Twin Towers hit. In Jersey City, where I'm from, it's only 5 minutes from the Holland Tunnel. So everybody started moving over to Jersey City
After 9/11.
after 9/11.
Right,
So
right.
the property value skyrocketed, and a lot of people didn't know the value of their property. I was gonna put a movie out. I was gonna do a movie on this shit, bro, because nobody did a movie on this, and it's crazy. The property value, Bank of America was giving people loans, right? State. You had to show you had to show documents. You didn't have to be worried. You just had to show fucking $100,000 a year, and in 3-4 days they was giving you a home equity line of credit, HELOC they call it, a home equity line of credit for about $150,000-$200,000 on your property. And then the crazy part is, right? These people didn't even have the names in the property. In order to qualify for a home equity line of credit, you have to have the property for at least a year. But because of 9/11, they was giving these people these home equity line of credit, and their name wasn't on the deed.
So
And they wasn't checking till 6 months later to see if their name was on the deed. So if you crossed over and put your name on the deed when you first purchased the property, it's good. But if you did and just took the money and ran with it, they put a judgment against your credit, because it credit
oh, for 100,000.
for whatever it is the loan is.
Oh wow. So you saying back then, like technically, if I was renting the house, they gave me the money and I bought the house from them.
Oh no, if you were just about to buy the house,
Also in the process of buying,
You can easily just lie and told them you owned the house for over a year,
Right.
and they'll give you whatever you get. Because the HELOC, the qualification for HELOC is you have to have at least a 720 credit score, minimum credit score, and you have to own the property for over at least a year. And the way the HELOC loan works is it's an interest-only loan. So for every $100,000 that you use, it works like a credit card. It's the best way I can describe it. It works just like a credit card. So you don't use a credit card. You got $10,000 on a credit card.
Right.
If you spend $1,000 on that credit card, you only got paid back, let's say $100.
Right.
Because you only spent $1,000.
Right.
Now if you use the whole $10,000, you got to pay back, say $1,000 a month, say $500 a month.
Yeah.
The HELOC works the same way. So you got $100,000 sitting in this account. If you use, for every $100,000, you only got to pay $500 a month.
Oh,
Interest
wow.
only. So if you only use, let's say $30,000, you may only have to pay back $100 a month.
Because you only pay the interest of that money.
And then it works like a credit card. So the $100 that you put down, you put back onto the account when you pay the monthly payment, that $100 go right back into the account and it's able for you to use it. Just like a credit card.
Right.
So imagine having a $100,000 credit card.
Right. And
So
you only
whatever
swiping it for that 30. You really
You only got to
paying
make payments on
the
for the 30.
Dang, that's fire.
And it's a penalty if you close the account on early. That's the only thing.
Oh.
But why not have $200,000 just sitting there and you got it access anytime you need it? And as long as you got the whole $100,000 in the account, you don't have to make a payment. It's not like a mortgage.
Dang.
It's not like I took out a $200,000 mortgage and I got to pay this payment every month. If I didn't use the money, I still have access to it, but I don't have to use it. And I can just let it sit there and I don't got to pay it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Home equity line of credit. We call it HELOCs in the business.
We talking about that right.
Okay. Home equity line of credit. We call it HELOCs in the business. That's what they call it.
It's
But
crazy.
yeah.
So, that's wild.
Yeah, but I can go into a whole storyline.
Man,
We're
gonna do that. Hey, he coming back
on
for
just that alone.
podcast, man.
On just that alone, I can do
Hey.
a whole other story on that alone. I started off in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be. I was a loan officer when I moved down here to Georgia. And I bounced. I went to MLS school, the real estate MLS school.
I've heard of that school before.
Yeah, it's basically you get your broker's license, you get your real estate license, to become an agent. And then when I started the class, I'm like, man, I could not see myself showing somebody 100 different houses and they could not buy one. And if I invest in one property, I could sell it. See, what I used to do was I used to have people lined up. If your credit was good, I put you in position to buy a house now. If your credit was bad, I fixed up your credit. I gave you to one of my credit specialists. I had you in the pipeline. I fixed up your credit, cleaned your credit up, and got you prepared to buy a property later. So say if I got 5 people over here that had good credit. By the time I finished getting these 5 people their properties, the 6 or 10 people that I had with bad credit, I got them lined up in the pipeline.
So they ready to come up the ladder
They'll
too.
be ready to come up the ladder. It takes about 6 months, 3 to 6 months, depending on how bad your credit is, to clean you up. And by the time I got done with those, they ready. And by the time I get done with them, I already had another crew coming through the pipeline to keep the system.
Wow, that way you always got some people ready to buy some houses. You got people cleaning up their credit at the same time, and you giving people game at the same.
Yeah, because everybody business ain't real estate. So what I should tell them is like, listen, brother, I'm gonna get you a lot of money in this real estate game, but this may not be your end game. This may not be your passion. Because anything you do to make money, you gotta be passionate about it. Because when you come across those obstacles, you gotta have enough passion for the business that you're doing to overcome those obstacles. If you don't have no passion for it, right, it's what's gonna happen. And a lot of people won't agree with this. You're gonna say, no, fuck this, I'm gonna do something else. And you find yourself doing something else. You stick with that for 6 months. And you say, no, I come across an obstacle of that. You say, man, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do something else.
Facts.
And you find yourself in a cycle of repeating over and over again, and you're never gonna be able to get out. But now, if you come across that obstacle and you say, I love what I'm doing, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna overcome that obstacle. You come across another obstacle in that business, you overcome that. Now you become a guru. That's how you become a guru, bro.
In that one industry.
That's how you become a guru.
So I might
by
be
not giving up.
guru.
Yeah, but not giving up. And you learn. Because you're gonna pay for every lesson. Every lesson you're gonna pay for. Some lessons cost a little, some lessons cost a lot. I paid $1.3 million lessons. I paid $5 lessons. I paid $100,000 lessons. But every lesson
Cost you.
it's gonna fucking cost you. You're gonna pay for it. Just learn from it and move forward.
Respect.
That's it. Respect. You already know. You already know. Next question.
Man, hey, he running out of my questions already.
Let's go. I might start doing an interview.
Hey, thanks. Hey, he finna do my own interview. But
what's up, though?
So man, just what? So we know you came from real estate. Kind of tell us, kind of personally, because obviously this, your mentality, your energy, it just didn't come when you started doing business. You were really bred to bring your team up with you just from listening to a few of the questions that I asked you. Like, what keeps you going every day when you just sometimes when you may not feel like getting up out of bed or you just be like, man, shit, I just don't want to do it today. What's your biggest motivation to keep you going and to keep your team motivated when you see them falling down?
I understand how energy works. Energy works. Energy. This is how it is. This is what it takes to succeed. Have you ever lost your keys in your house before?
Yeah.
These are my keys, right? A whole bunch of shit on here, right? If I lose these, my truck is outside. I don't know where my keys are in the house. But I know they're in the house because my truck is outside. I had to get home. So what you do, you exhort all options possible to find those keys. You check places you never you knew you ain't been. You like, man, I ain't been in the roof and on the fucking drop ceiling, and I'm gonna check the drop ceiling. I'm gonna check it. You check the bathroom, you check anything, you check. With that energy you put in to find your keys because you know they're there, that's the energy it takes to succeed in life, bro. At the end of the day, it's just that fucking simple. You exhort all options to succeed. And when you do that, that's how you succeed. It's two types of people in this life, right? You got one that money loves them. They're attracted to money. Money's attracted to them. They always want to have. They can fall, and they always want to get back up because money's attracted to them. And you got another set of people, they can win a fucking lottery and go broke. Because they don't believe they even supposed to have that money. So money would never come to them. Money don't love them. Money look at them like an ugly motherfucker. And they will never have money because they don't know how to attract money to them. They don't believe it's possible to have an abundance of everything that you want. Because that's what we're here for. You gotta think about how powerful it is just for you to be here on this earth. Just to be here on this earth, we won the lottery. I beat out 1 billion sperm cells to be here. I'm special. But nothing else. Just think about racing against 1 billion people and you fucking won. You won.
That's the odds for your ass.
That's the odds. That's for everybody that's here on this earth. That's the odds they beat to be here. So you determined for greatness, but you have to want it. You can't let nobody stop. But that's who each and every one of us are who's on this earth. We're here to have an abundance of everything that we want. But you have to believe it, and you have to see it, and you have to go get it. I'm a trillionaire, bro. You sit here talking, listen to me. Y'all sitting here talking to a trillionaire. Look at this hairstyle.
Fact.
You will never forget me.
2 of them.
Yeah. Sitting here talking to 2 trillionaires. And as long as we see it in our head, bro, I can see it from the beginning to end to my head that I've been a trillionaire. I'm a trillionaire. And I'm not going to let nothing stop me or nobody. If you can't see my visions, I feel sorry for you. That means you wasn't destined for greatness. You a bum-ass nigga. And that's how I look at motherfuckers that can't see my greatness. When I have my vision, you can't see it, I feel sorry for you. That means you a bum-ass nigga. You was never destined for greatness. Everybody is destined for this shit, bro. But when you are, and when you spot somebody, how you spot it? You see a motherfucker fall, and he don't give up, because you got a lot of dope boys like, hey, I used to have this back in the day, or I used to be da. But where the fuck you at now, nigga?
Shit, you back in the trenches.
You back in the trenches, and you working a forklift job, doing some crazy shit just to get by. Then you got the motherfuckers like Tyler Perry. He slept in his car, but he saw greatness. He didn't give up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Life
don't get hard until you can't see that light at the end of the tunnel. When you say, oh shit, I can't see this light at the end of the tunnel, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this bill next month. I got a bill, but I don't know how I'm gonna pay it. That's when life get really hard. But you know what I do in a situation like that?
What you do?
I look at past situations. And I say, you know what? You've been in these situations before, and you didn't think you was gonna make it out. But you did.
Came out.
But you did. So this situation ain't gonna be no fucking different. It's your outlook that determines your situation. So you can have a mediocre outlook. As long as you don't give up, you're gonna come out that situation. But you can barely come out. I'll get my credit back right. I'll give me a little apartment or a house, a little Honda Accord, and I'll be straight. But then you got them motherfuckers that be like, yo, I want greatness. I'm great. I don't want to just come up out this shit. I want to reach for the stars. It was your Tyler Perry. It was your 50 Cents. Those are motherfuckers that saw greatness even though they was in the worst positions. Like the pursuit of happiness. That's a perfect example of how life really is. The pursuit of happiness. Will Smith. That's a perfect example of how life really is. When it gets the hardest, that's when everything really about to break. And then a lot of people give up when they about to fucking break. When I started this roofing company, bro, I had lost everything, and I was messing with the wrong people, not realizing why I wasn't getting up. Right? And it wasn't until I said, yo, let me stop fucking all these people that don't mean no good to me, and let me just figure this shit out on my own. Because I know I'm great. I know I'm destined for greatness. I was dead broke, bro. I ain't had no car. I ain't had no fucking driver's license. I ain't have nothing. And I'm still telling my girl, I'm destined for greatness. Watch how I get up out this shit. And I ain't even know how. And I just kept pushing. And I ain't have no help. I have no help, bro. But I just kept pushing. I know I'm destined for greatness. And I went from not having a car to having 3 brand new $70,000 trucks outside to a dumpster that I own, 2 dumpsters that I own for my roofing company, and a fucking, you saw my little spinner van.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't have shit, bro. I ain't have shit. But I believed in myself enough to know that the universe always going to provide something. And it did. So I'm not boasting about it. I'm more or less more humble than anything, appreciative, and know that I'm destined for greatness because it's showing me. Right. So now my thing is don't disappoint the universe and go out and get it. Don't support my ancestors. They go out and get it. So that's all I do right now. I just run every day because energy works like a locomotive train. Once you put that coal in that locomotive train, right? And once you get that, it's hard to get that train going. It takes a long time.
Lot of weight on the back.
It's a long time. Yeah.
But when that big
but once you get that going, let a motherfucking car try to stop that.
Oh my God! I talked about this in the last podcast. When that momentum get behind you,
and then
something get, boom!
You're gonna run it over
and explode, but you keep on going.
You're gonna run it over.
You're gonna run it over
because you got that energy going. You got that train going so fast, so hard. But here's the thing about energy: once you stop that train, motherfuckers think they can start where they left off at, and they realize like, damn, it ain't the same no more. And it's easy to get back. That's because that train, when you got off at, that train kept going. Somebody else got your train. That train kept going. You got to go all the way back to the station and start over all over again. That's the part people don't realize. They think, oh, they stop this and go do something else real quick and they want to get back to this. When you get back to it, nigga, that train gone. You gotta start all over again. You gotta find a whole new method, whole new like, well, highway ain't so easy for me to just jump back into it. I already doing it. All I'm trying to do, because that train gone. That locomotive train gone. You gotta start all over again and figure out a whole new process from the root, from the ground back up to get back up, bro. And that's why. If you ever had somebody come across that shit, that's why they couldn't just pick back up. Because they was trying to pick back up where they left off at. You can't pick back where you left off.
It's already gone.
You gotta start from the fucking beginning.
Wow.
You gotta start from the fucking beginning. That's how the energy works. That's how the universe works. That's how energy works. Bro.
And you can definitely feel that for real, like.
Yeah, bro. You put out what you get in.
Go watch Talk Show.
You put out good energy. Eventually, good energy gonna come. But energy don't die, it just transfers. So I just tell my girl, like, yo, you have a bad day at work. Don't come bring that shit to me. No. That's why I tell her. I'm like, yo, tell me the problem. And let's figure it out. And let me show you how to overcome that shit so you don't go through it again. But as long as you're working for somebody, you're gonna go through some shit.
Man.
As long as you're working for somebody, you're gonna go through some shit. So learn how to deal with the shit you're going through. And let me help you. Let me help you and show you how to deal with the shit you're going through. Because you're gonna continue to go through some shit as long as you're working for somebody. Because you ain't the boss. You're working for somebody. So you gotta see their vision and you gotta run shit the way they see it. And you're not gonna see it their way because you're not them. You see what I'm saying? So I tell her how to deal with people at her job. But don't come home and drain me with that negative ass energy. Now I'm carrying that shit. Because it don't die. Energy don't die. It's just transferred. So don't transfer that negative ass energy over me. Let's talk about it and let that shit die right there where it sits. And you go back into work and you handle your shit the right way this time.
Facts. I like that.
You feel me?
Yeah, because I definitely be feeling the same way. Like, some relationships I've been in, just like the energy, man. I can't. It's always, when you with somebody, like you said, it don't die, it just transfer. And it's like, I'm a real upbeat energy type of dude. But sometimes I don't been in a couple relationships and it just be like, that fucking energy, man, it's just so draining. You can't even think no more. It's just like, you gotta shake that. You gotta shake it.
Let me tell you what a client told me, bro. A client told me this shit 3 months ago, and it helped me out so much. It's crazy. And I used to always be on it, but I used to look for like-minded people. I look for me and people, and I'll be like, all right, I can fuck with them. I see me in them.
Good.
But they said something, and they worded it in a way where I'm like, damn, that's what it is. They said, brother, listen to me, bro. Your energy is so positive. Your energy is so on a whole other frequency. He said, if you don't be around people that match your energy, it will never work. And that goes for business and your relationship. If you don't be around people that match your energy, you're gonna be disappointed every fucking time. And when he said that, I said, wow. Because I found myself dumbing myself down, right? I found myself dumbing myself down to be around mediocre people when they talk about their problems and their issues. I'm like, well, shit, I'm doing great. I'm about to be a trillionaire. And
right.
So I dumb myself down to find problems wrong in my life so I can relate to them to make them feel a little better. That's not good, bro. Because what you're doing is you manifesting that negative energy back onto yourself. So I learned to say, damn, I feel sorry. Well, you gotta figure that shit out, dude. But I don't want to hear about it. I learned to say that. I gotta
learn to say that shit.
It's hard. It's hard.
Hey,
here's somebody pointing. I say, whoa, wait a minute, bro. I don't want to hear that negative energy. This is how you do it. You gotta say, well, I don't want to hear that negative energy, nigga. Whoa, wait a minute, don't feed me that shit. And then once they learn you and learn you're all about positivity, they gonna begin to not even bring that shit to you. Or if they gonna continue to bring it to you, they know that you can come around you with it.
Right.
That's what that's gonna do. So anybody that has negative energy about them, they gonna know not to bring that shit to you. But you have to set the tempo for them to know. Don't bring that shit to me, nigga. Don't bring it. But if you keep allowing it, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna get comfortable with doing it. So you gotta lie, hey man, look, wait a minute, wait a minute, bro. Don't bring that negative shit to me, bro. I'm positive. Now, you wanna talk about figuring this shit out, we can talk about figuring this shit out, but just to throw that shit on me, bro, I don't wanna hear it. You keep straight G with you, I'm sorry, I'm not the nigga for it. And at the end of the day, if they're a real motherfucker, they're gonna respect it. If they're a phony, fake ass motherfucker, they gonna get upset, then you already know what to do with that. Leave them the fuck alone. Straight up. Straight up.
Hey man, this interview is getting deep. But we're gonna pause it for a second. Gotta get some bills paid. This video is definitely brought to you and sponsored by What's the roofing company name?
Roof and Stinson.
Roof and Stinson. You see the number on the back of his shirt. Get at him. He's a black-owned roofing company.
Yes.
He took that slot, so he owns that slot now, of course. And
quality also, work too. We don't cut no corners. I represent our people in the right way. Trust me on that.
Facts. For sure. Big fact. Hey, nothing but quality people around me and in the circle. You get what I'm saying? So this video is definitely brought to you and sponsored by Rodriguez General Contracting. No job too big or small. Just call RGC. You can get at us on Instagram at RGC_LLC20. And we can also be reached at 470-838-0966. Again, our number is 470-838-0966. And nothing but black businesses around here. So there you go. Let's get back to this great podcast, man.
Yeah. This is about, I got a jeweler. My jeweler. This is my jeweler.
Jeweler?
Yeah.
Shout the jeweler out.
Amid, they gotta contact me for my jeweler. Listen to me. The quality. No. Look.
Take it to the camera. Camera.
Wait.
Let the camera see.
18 karat. Is it on there?
Yeah, it's on there.
18 karat.
Ooh, that
brother.
thing dancing.
People don't even. And then he got my logo on here, right in the back.
Logo.
Yeah, this chain was done in Dubai.
Oh wow.
This chain was made in Dubai. If anybody here that has American gold, 18 karat, they cannot compare their gold to this gold right here. These are rubies. These are VVS. I got baguettes and the stitches.
Oh, wow.
This is where my logo came from. I got stabbed. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Can you see it? I got stabbed when I was 20 years old, and I always say I wear my heart on my sleeve. So for it to come on like a heart on my sleeve, I felt like it was destined for greatness.
Damn, that's how you got stabbed?
Yeah, they stabbed me up, dude. And the lines is the stitches.
And that's a literal heart, bro.
It literally came out like a heart. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I felt that. So that's what separates my logo from everybody else's. Everybody else, they planned, they figured out their logo. Mm-hmm. My logo was given to me by the universe. Mm. I always say I wear my heart on my sleeve. So for me to get stabbed on my arm, right here,
and they come out as a heart.
As a heart. That's destined for greatness, bro. So I'm gonna put a few $1 million into my fitness line. I use my logo on a couple of different things. I'm gonna use it for the fitness.
Yeah, definitely, like, cause it's about the heart. Fitness is about the heart.
Yeah. Where your heart at. When your body give up, your heart kick in. Where your heart at. I used to be a personal trainer, so that was a slogan I used to use.
I can see that.
So it's like when you get so fatigued and so tired, and you just you done. That's when your heart kick in. You just keep going.
Let's go.
I got some more.
Yeah, more heart. I got some more.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you. So when your body give up, your heart kick in. Where your heart at?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
That's what I
do,
bro.
Man,
I appreciate it. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that's later on in the future. That's later on. That's part of the $1 trillion industry. What I tell you, I'm trying to create. That's part of it. Yeah. So actually, I got it right
on
here.
The shirt too.
Yeah, I keep it on the shirt.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I keep it on the shirt. I keep it on the shirt.
And he already stole my next question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So, as far as like we're gonna go back to what you said, just the people that you keep around in your circle.
Okay.
I talked about that in my first intro.
Okay.
Because I'm only 24, man. I'm young, and I ain't been out here long in the big business aspect, and I'm learning like circle is everything.
It is.
You get what I'm saying? So, what can you tell anybody listening on the other side of the camera, like? If they're feeling like some of those people in their circle, they may just they don't know how to withdraw from them. Like that's their partners. They've been kicking it since little yay high in grade school, but now they like I'm outgrowing them. Like, what's the best way to?
You said it. You outgrowing them. You said it. You outgrowing them. Hey, bro, look. I'm from the hood. It's two different types of people when you come from the hood, right? You got niggas from the hood, and then you got hood niggas.
What's the difference?
I'm a nigga from the hood.
Okay.
You got hood niggas.
Okay.
A nigga from the hood, he was born into this circumstance, and he couldn't control it, but he always knew he was greater and he wanted more. But this was his situation, so he had to overcome out this situation. Then you got hood niggas. A hood nigga, he'll kill somebody tomorrow and come right back outside because he don't have no fucking where to go or no money to go nowhere. So he loves his environment. He's adapted to his environment, and he don't see no way out but what he's doing. He's accepted what he's doing, and he's appreciated, and he loves it. That's a hood nigga. Then you got a nigga from the hood. The motherfucker that's his circumstances, his parents was born into that shit, but he see greater. He want more. So he stay out the bullshit. I learned a lot from being in the hood. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not perfect. Let me clear that up. I'm not a perfect ass motherfucker. But if I put some work in, it's to protect my family. And when I was younger, I used to put a little bit of work in for money. I don't do that no more because I can always get more money. But if I get locked up and my life gets taken away, I can't make no more money. So I don't do that no more. But when I was younger, yeah, I would be the motherfucker hiding in your bushes, waiting for you to get home. And by the time you see me, nigga, it'd be too late. I promise you that. But that's not me no more. Me now is I'm gonna get my lawyer. I'm gonna sue you.
You gonna call the police?
That's the turn. I don't know how to call the police.
I'll call the police on your motherfucking ass. Hey, fuck that.
If a female trying to put their hands on me, I'm gonna call.
Oh, that's the first one I'll call the police. So nigga, we might find out. If a female, you're going to jail. Fucking with me.
Female, I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm calling the fucking cops. I'm gonna take that straight. But a nigga, bro, look, we can handle it 2 minutes. But when you got so much to lose, it's like, how do you try not to put yourself in that situation?
Man, that's another one.
Yeah, bro. When I started making money, I was like, yo, I said, when I was younger, I was like, man, I'm never leaving the hood. I love the hood. I ain't never leaving that shit. I started making money. I'm like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. They tried to rob me the night I left. What? Yeah, I had a shootout. The night I left. They tried to rob me. The motherfucker stopped. I stopped there because, you know, my mom's house in Jersey City, I moved down here when I was 20 years old. Even though I made my first million at 20 in Jersey, I didn't go buy a house. I stayed in my parents' basement and I fixed their basement up. I fixed my parents' house up. Yeah, I fixed their house. Well, I fixed their house already fixed up. Yeah. But I fixed the basement up to be decked out, and I stayed down there. And then I moved to Georgia.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But the night I moved, bro, I was moving the next day. The night I moved, motherfuckers tried to box me in, and because I was making money, I had an illegal firearm in Jersey.
Right.
So I just hopped out the car
And that be gone.
You start letting it go. The nigga, look, yeah, if you get hit, nigga, you get hit.
Yeah, you should have been in the fight.
Yeah, you should have been in the fight. So, but I was so happy to be leaving the next day. When I got to Georgia, I had to realize my mindset was after I went to the club, go back to the car, put my gun in my hip, and then now I can go out and mix and mingle, right? And then I had to realize, like, yo, guns is legal down here. Niggas ain't on that type of time. You can nigga have legal guns and don't have to worry about that shit. But I had to realize, don't put yourself in that environment. When you making money, you don't put yourself in that environment that have to do that.
Right.
So the hood clubs, left them alone. If I do go to the club, at that age, I still go to the club. Now I don't go to the club, I go to lounges.
Right.
Shit. But at that age, when I still going to clubs, VIP, car parked outside in the front. I hop in my shit and I go to fuck home. I don't stop eating no food, no what. I go home. All my fun is in the club. And when I get out of there, I go straight to fuck home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no dope boy, so I don't need to run every red light to make sure nobody I ain't being followed like that. I got niggas that be followed like that, but that's not me. So I just cruise and I get my ass to fuck home. That's it, bro.
Right.
You gotta move a certain. When you start making money, you gotta move a certain way. You can't. Life ain't the same. You can't deal with the same people as you did when making money. Now, what I learned, my little cousin, he came in one day. He said, "Man, all you wanna do is talk about money, making money. You come around me, all you wanna do is talk about making money." I said, "Nigga, what you want me to ask you for money?"
I mean, what else is there to really do out here?
But no, it's a reason why I do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I do that because if I'm making money and you ain't making no money, but you're around me, it's only a matter of time before you start looking at my food. When you start counting my plate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm buying Ferraris and Lambos and shit, and you still driving in your same Honda fucking Accord, I'm out eating good food, steak, shrimp, and lobster, and you fucked up, bro, it's gonna be a problem. Sooner than later, you're gonna start feeling a certain way. So if I fucks with you like that, my thing is, come eat with me, nigga. You see what I'm saying? He couldn't see that, because he never been in the position I've been in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So there's levels to this shit. And until you've been in my position, a lot of people don't understand where I'm coming from with that. So my whole thing is, if I'm around motherfuckers and I'm the only one eating, there's only a matter of time before they start looking at my plate and start taking what I got.
Right.
So my thing is, if I fuck with you, and if I really fuck with you, let me put you in positions where you can eat too. And then if I ever shall slip, I shouldn't fall because my man's is good. And my man should be able to catch me.
Right.
So that's another reason why I do it. But when you do it for the wrong people, you're gonna slip and fall, bust your ass. Every fucking time.
I was gonna say, but you know, it's always sometimes be the wrong
Every
people,
time.
and you still bust your ass.
Every time. Every time. That's why I put the business in Rufus Stetson, my last name, to try to deal with family. But you know what? I've been through this. A lot of times family is the worst. Damn. Because you can't choose your family, you can always choose your friend. Family is given to you, so you have to accept them for who they are. So family will do you the worst a lot of times, bro. Straight up. So I don't take it easy on family. I fuck with family all day, but I don't take it easy on them. So you gotta show and prove. You gotta come with shit.
Facts.
And if not, fuck you, just like fuck everybody else.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's just that simple.
Man.
Yeah.
This man dropping a lot of gems in one podcast.
And I got a lot. Yo, somebody told me one time, right? Yo, somebody told me, you gonna be a preacher. I see you to be a preacher. I said, shit, not me. A preacher? The fuck out of it. I said, but you know what?
There might be something else different in your future, but you definitely got it.
I see when they said a preacher, I said, no, hell no. But I see what they mean. Mm-hmm. In order for you to preach to me and to grab me, you gotta know exactly what I'm going through right now. So if a preacher be like, he can tell me exactly how I'm feeling, what I'm going through right now, and he made it out, I'm listening.
Because you created your own avatar.
Well, it's more or less like, I know exactly what you're going through. I've been there before. Mm-hmm. So in order for a preacher to reach me, you gotta tell me exactly what I'm going through. You gotta been there. You gotta have been there. So if you can tell me exactly how I'm feeling, that means you've been there. So now I'm more willing to listen to how the fuck to come up out of this shit. Because I'm like, damn, he had to been going through, like when a motherfucker tell me, bro, I've been so stressed out or trying to get back up, I just want to get to the point where I can breathe. I can understand that. Because sometimes life gets so hard, it's hard to breathe. Well, you got to think like, wait a minute, let me catch a deep breath because shit is hard.
Right.
Shit's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I've been to that point. So I can relate to a motherfucker when he talk about that. So you, in order for, so you tell me you've been through that and now you can relate to me, I'm willing to listen to how you got up out of it.
Right.
Because it might help me get up out of it. So that's the point of a preacher. It ain't that, oh, you all godly and holy. It's being able to reach people and being able to understand what they're going through and be able to help them overcome that shit with your words. You see what I'm saying? So when they say that preacher, now motivation speaker, maybe I can see that before a fucking preacher.
Yeah, because the preacher gotta be all very politically correct. You can't hurt.
Yeah,
hey, that ain't everybody. You get what I'm saying? But it just really
look, the preacher ain't gonna smoke no hookah.
Especially not on video.
I need to be able to do this. So if I be a pick, you gonna call me Mace.
Yeah, man.
I'll be a Mace ass motherfucker. But yeah, so cut that. But
so, we definitely not gonna keep you too long today, brother. We definitely appreciate some time. But before we wrap this podcast up, could you give everybody a gem of the day? Just give them a gem of the day, something just to keep them going, to pull them out of wherever they at in a negative headspace, in a stagnant headspace, somewhere just to let them know, man, it's you up. If you listen to this podcast, you up, because you alive. First of all,
listen to me, guys. Anything you do to make money is a hustle. And every hustle is a game. The first thing you need to do is learn the rules and regulations to the game you playing. Give 110% and play it accordingly. And don't give up. And I guarantee you will succeed. So if you're playing football, right? You know if you go out of bounds, you step up that white line, you out of bounds. You see what I'm saying? So you learn the rules and regulations. So anything you do, learn the rules and regulations and be passionate about what you're doing. When you're passionate about it, it's inevitable that you're going to make money with it. So be passionate about what you're doing. Everything you do to make money is a hustle, and every hustle is a game. Learn the rules and regulations to the game that you play and play it accordingly, and you will be successful. Until next time, guys.
Hey, we had another steady step on the podcast, man. So y'all know how to get in contact. We got Instagram.
I got Facebook. Rufus, you Google me, boo. What they say? Google me, dude. Rufus Stinson. Google Roofing Stinson. And you can find me. Instagram, Facebook, roofingstinson.com. We there. Holla at your boy.
For sure.
Yeah, right.
Hey, appreciate y'all for tapping into with another Steady Step podcast, man. Got another bro right here.
You already
we
know.
finna chop it
You
up
already
when
know
we turn this camera off.
It's all real.
Hey, we might keep it on for the extra. But this is a wrap on this podcast, man. I appreciate y'all and tap into the next episode of Steady Stepping Podcast. Appreciate it.
It's all real.